Hey, everybody out there. How's it going this week? I'm a little late today in getting on the YouTube live because I was at the Explode conference in Fairfax in Northern Virginia. So that's a great conference put on by Matt Fagioli, and Carrie was speaking at it. She spoke to over 100 people. It was great. Her first time backing up the public setting since our third child was born. So that was exciting. That's why this is late. Today, I want to talk to a question that has come up before, and then I got to experience it personally last weekend. So I went on a listing appointment and was not able to meet the people at their house. Right. So people have asked me before, what do you do if the sellers don't want to meet at the house? Right. So this is a situation where you get them on the phone and for some reason they don't want to meet at the house. Well, you need to meet them at the house most of the time. There's a couple reasons why, really one that I can think of why you wouldn't, and that's the one I experienced. But if for some reason they don't want to meet at the house, you need to tell them, on the phone call, handle that objection. Just tell them, like, look, in order for me to come up with the best strategy, deploy my marketing resources in the right way, price the home right, I need to see it. In this case, I was not able to schedule the meeting at the house because the sellers have renters in it. And this was a kind of short notice. They called me on a Thursday, wanted to meet on Saturday. So we met at a coffee shop near the house, and it actually happened to be in my neighborhood, a house I've seen the outside of it already. So it was, close to the house, but not in the house. And so I went, so then the question you get is, okay, if you can't meet in the house, what should your goals of the meeting be? And really the only really acceptable reason I can think of why you wouldn't want to meet in the house is if there was some catastrophe and the house was destroyed, or if there's tenants in there that can't be disturbed, or a sick person, or something like that. So if you're not meeting at the house, you're meeting at your office, you're meeting at a coffee shop, your goal should be to get commitment by the end of the meeting. Preferably written commitment, if not verbal at the least. And I know some people are going to say, well, to get that written commitment, you need to have a price in the listing agreement, because price is on there in most listing agreements in most states. That's not true, though. You can always write to be determined, price to be determined, or put a range, or put something, right? So you can still get a listing agreement signed. So in this particular meeting, I went in there knowing there were renters, and they're, quite frankly, they were meeting earlier than they had to. The renters aren't out of there until October. So they were wondering, should they sell it right away, or should they kick them out, or when they leave, I should say, should they renovate it for 3 or 4 months and put it on the market next spring? So like the tenants move out in October, they would renovate November, December, then put it on the market, in February or something, getting ready for next spring. So what they did not know, though, was that selling it with the tenants in place was possible. And we've done that several times through our Coming Soon program. So we'll market the home with exterior photos and just the description. Based on that, we'll generate interested people, and we'll bunch all the showings up in a few hours or a day to make life easy on the tenants. And we sell almost a third of our homes before they go on the market, and a lot of times they do have tenants in there. And they didn't even know of this option, this Coming Soon option, marketing off the MLS. So just me explaining that to them, it was something that 2 other agents hadn't told them about, gives us a lot more credibility. So because of that, I was able to get their commitment by the end that they were committed to using us. However, they wanted to meet with their tenants the next day to see how willing they'd be to help with showings, how willing they'd be to move out early if a good contract came in right away, and how, if they'd have to provide an incentive to do that or whatnot. So, the question I asked to get that commitment was very simple. I said, look, based on everything you know about me and our team, and Gene, who was also there for my team, are you comfortable using us over anyone else, or is there still some other objection you might have at this moment, right? So it's just a very clear, straightforward way of asking. You can also ask, is there any reason you wouldn't want to work with us at this point? Now, throughout the presentation, throughout our discussion, I would do trial closes along the way. So you want commitment at the end, but you want to start doing trial closes along the way. So when you present them with a benefit that your team, your business, your brokerage can offer, after you present that benefit, ask them, is that something that you want when selling your house? Is that something you'd be interested in having? So do trial closes along the way, get them interested, get them saying yes every couple minutes for 30 minutes. And then when you ask the big yes at the end, you will have more success. All right, guys, I think that's I got to cut this one a little short. Got a question here. I want to learn more on trial closes and use them with my current clients. So, I assume you might be talking about buyers here. Because if a seller client, you probably have their home on the market already. A buyer client, trial closes are great when you're showing them houses. So, you can ask them, after they leave the house, could you see yourself buying this house? Is there anything that you saw in this house that would prevent you from making an offer? If they say yes, great. What was wrong with this house, or what did it have that would make you not want to put an offer? Take note of those things. Use that to then, filter out what you show them in the future. So if they say, yeah, we love the house, but we didn't like the location of it. Oh, why didn't you like the location? Well, it was too close to a busy road. Okay, so what you're telling me is if I could find this house or a house similar to it, but not on a busy road, you would buy it. They're going to say yes, right? So then the next time you find them that house, right? Then you can go back, remind them, right, that this is the house that they're looking for. Remind them that, hey, that last house I showed you, you said you would buy it, except it wasn't on a busy road. This one is very similar. It's not on a busy road. Is it one you want to consider putting an offer on? Should we go back to my office now and start writing up offer papers or talking about that, right? So just, when you're showing homes, that's a great time to use trial closes. Great question, Chad. So I hope that was beneficial to you guys. Checkouts this week, I did a comparison of our recruiting email versus another one I got, and I really compare the use of the concept I learned from Russell Brunson called hook, story, offer. You need all three of those elements present in everything you do. You need a good hook to get them to stop scrolling, to get them to pay attention. You need a story. The story transitions from that hook to your offer, and it builds the case for your offer, and then your offer closes the deal. So anytime something's not working in your sales process, make sure that every part of the process has a good hook, story, and offer. All right, guys, I'll see you later. See you next week. Hopefully I'll be able to get back on at 1 o'clock Eastern next Monday. And please follow me on Instagram and on LinkedIn as well. I'm very active on those platforms and would love to have you guys follow me there so that I can hopefully add value to you throughout your day, throughout your week. I'll see you guys later.